Hey, you guys, and welcome back. I am super excited about this second episode of 15, 15, and 15. So, for those of you that have not taken a look at the first episode with Dwayne Emery, please go back and check it out because it is a really, really powerful time together. So, today, as we shift gears to episode 2, I am super excited about bringing this next. I'm not going to call her a guest because she's not a guest. This next former athlete of mine on with us today, but this young lady is amazing. And so I want to share her with you as we do 15, 15, 15. And what that is it's 15 athletes for 15 minutes. And this is commemorating 15 years of collegiate coaching for me in the sport of track and field. So I'm going to pull on right now none other than Heaven Briggs. Hi, Heaven.
Hey, Coach.
How are you?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for having me. It's so great to be here with you today.
No, I'm so glad to have you. And we're going to do our best because anybody that knows Heaven and knows me, y'all, we can be on here forever. So we're going to do our
Right.
best. So, Heaven, I just wanted to share with the people. Basically, Heaven was a graduate of the University of South Carolina Upstate, or as we say, USC Upstate. Notice I have on my green today.
Right.
And so she was actually one of the first young ladies that I had the opportunity and the pleasure of recruiting when I began coaching there back in 2011. And so Heaven is one of those staple pieces of some of the success that we had there on the sprints side of the track, so to speak. But I wanted to talk to Heaven about where she is now, what's going on. And so, Heaven, I want to just start you off with a question that asks, why did you enjoy being a college athlete, or what did you like the most about it?
I would definitely say my favorite part was the fact that we were all so different, but we all came together for one goal. Like, no matter where we came from or what stories we had or what struggles that we had, or you like this type of stuff and I like that type of stuff. When we got on that track, I just love the fact that we all were the same. I loved it. I loved how we all could come together. That was the one thing that we had alike. That was the one thing that motivated us. That was the one thing we could always talk about. And it made us into a family. It really made us into a family. I know people say, your friends in college are the ones that become your family. And that has held true. So I definitely say I love the fact that all of us came from such different backgrounds, but you could never tell when we went to track practice or a track meet or had lunch together or dinner together because we all were one. It was so beautiful.
That's a really good point. Like you said, when you come together, especially when, we were in a space that we didn't have our own facilities. So we were using like high school track
Right.
stuff. And so, and you had a car. So a lot of people were
carpooling, and I had a little car, and it would be so many of us in that little bitty car.
Exactly. Trying to just get in where we fit in. So
right.
that's interesting. So tell me this then, when you think about that and think about that time, what were some of those key lessons that you learned back then that you use now as an adult?
I've always been a kind of person to where I've always been so independent. I want to do everything by myself. I don't need nobody. I can do it by myself. And I think this is because how I was raised. My parents were great parents, but because my father was deployed in the military and my mother struggled with illness, I know a lot of times I had to sometimes just get it done by myself. And so just that mindset, breaking away from that and learning that, okay, you can lean on people. It is okay to lean on people. And in my profession now, it's almost impossible for us to reach our goals if none of us have learned to lean on other people. So I guess the best lesson I learned was you can be superwoman, but you don't have to be superwoman by yourself. You can lean on other superwomen too, and just make it better. Because I know there's been times where me and my best friend still to this day, she would hit me up. I know that sometimes her apartment, she got evicted from her apartment. She had to come stay with me. Oh, my hot water off. I got to go stay with you. My car broken down. Can you take me to work? Girl, my car ain't got no wheels. Can you take me?
Yeah.
Right. So just learning slowly too. It wasn't like an overnight thing, but slowly allowing myself to learn that it is okay for one to be human.
Yeah.
I am a human being. And then when I do have an experience in my human life that is difficult,
Yeah.
then I can call on somebody. And it doesn't make me any less super for me to have to call on a sister or a brother or a friend or, you know, anything. That I can do that and it's still okay. It doesn't take away from my amazingness, it doesn't take away from my shine. I just needed some help.
I know that's right. I think
Right.
a lot of people need to hear that. I'm going to definitely use that again, that, you know, you can be superwoman, but still lean on to other superwomen that
Right.